my dead father appeared above me and to my left that will kill you. So people can die of blood loss with a full complement of blood that they've gotten from transfusions, just because this chemical process gets initiated and they can't reverse it, right? And that starts to happen when you've lost 2/3 of your blood, which is right where I was at, right? 10 minutes later, I'd have been dead. And so they rushed me into the trauma bay, and the doctors knew immediately what was going on. And one doctor had this sort of large gauge needle, and he started, and she asked my permission. I had no idea I was dying, right? And he asked my permission to stick it through my neck into my jugular, which didn't look like a lot of fun. And I was like, really? Is this totally necessary? Like, do we really need to do this? I was like, why? Like, in case there's an emergency? And he was like, no, this is the emergency. Like, I had no idea, right? I'm 10 minutes from dead. I have no idea I'm dying. Zero, right? Thank God, because I would have been terrified, and I would have been thinking about my family, and I would, I mean, please, like,
yeah,
you don't want that, right? And so he said, this is the emergency. I was like, well, if you say so, go ahead, have at it, right? So while he's working on prepping my neck, and it didn't hurt at all, right? So if you ever have to have this done, don't worry about it. But while I'm lying there and he's sort of working on my neck, it took long. It felt like it took longer than it probably actually did. But while I'm there, all of a sudden, and I have to stop and say, I'm an atheist. I'm a lifelong atheist. I'm a rationalist. I'm not spiritual. I'm not a mystic. I'm not woo-woo. I'm nothing, right? And my dad was an atheist and a physicist. I have to say all this because of what's coming. And I'm still an atheist, by the way. But so all of a sudden, I sensed below me and to my left this black pit open up, this black abyss, like this infinite black void. And I was getting pulled into it. And it's not like darkness had taken over the world. The world was here. I could see the doctors. I was talking to them, right? Here I am. But the darkness was contained in this hole that was underneath me, and I was getting pulled into it, right? I didn't know I was dying, but I had this instincts of a wounded animal. Like, if I go into the pit, the infinitely dark pit, I'm not coming out, right? Like, I just sensed, don't go in there because you're not coming back, right? And I started to panic because I felt myself getting drawn in, right? And then my dead father, appeared above me and to my left. Now, there's a whole body of inquiry of NDEs, near-death experiences, and I didn't know anything about this stuff, right? I didn't know anything about it. It didn't interest me. I'm not culturally prepped for anything like that. I'm not Christian. I didn't see angels. I'm a zero in that regard, right? There's my dead father above me, right? He's been dead 8 years. I love him. But I was not happy to see him, right? I was shocked. I mean, literally, I was like, Dad? What are you doing here? And there he was, and he communicated to me. And so what I saw, see isn't quite the right verb, but I don't know if there doesn't exist the right verb. I sensed/saw him, and it was his essence, his energy, his presence, right? It's not like I see you, right? It's like, oh, there he is, right? It wasn't with that clarity. In some ways, it was with a deeper clarity because it was his essence, right? And there he was, his presence was right there. And above me and to my left, it was quite specific. And he communicated to me, again, not with words, but with some manner that I understood, that I can't quite explain what it was. But basically, the idea was, you don't have to fight it. You can come with me. I'll take care of you. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be scared, right? I'll take care of you. I was horrified. I was appalled. I was offended. I was like, you're dead. Why would I want to go with you? You're dead. You're the opposite of what I am. Why would I possibly want to go with you and be dead with you? Because I'm alive with my family right now. I'm not going anywhere with you. Get out of here. And I said to the doctor, you have to hurry. I'm going right now. I didn't know where I was going, but I knew I was sort of outbound. And once that happened, there's no inbound. And I sensed that. I said, you got to hurry. You're losing me right now.
So what'd they do?
Well, they transfused me. They stabilized me with 3 units of blood. Eventually, I needed 10 units, which is a full complement of blood. And so let me just pause for a moment and say, please donate blood. Like everybody who's listening, I'm alive. My daughters have a father because 10 people who I'll never know donated their blood. And when you donate blood, you are literally allowing another person to live. And one day, you might live because someone else donated blood. And doctors can't manufacture that shit. Like if you donate blood, it takes an hour, it doesn't hurt, and your body will replace it in a couple of weeks. It's the ultimate free lunch. And
I think it's quicker than a couple of weeks. I think it's pretty quick.
It's pretty quick, yeah. Yeah, I mean, to get up to 100%, I think it's a little long, but whatever. It doesn't matter, right? It's like we're talking about human life here, and if you want to be part of something greater than yourself, it's blah blah blah.
Right.
All these things that we all kind of want. Like, how do I participate? Nobody needs me. I'm not part of anything. I feel lonely. Give blood, man. Then you'll be part of something amazing, right? And you might. So I give blood regularly. So at any rate, there's my pitch. But so they stuffed some blood in me through my jugular. I stabilized, and they brought me to the the cath lab, the interventional radiology suite. And what interventional radiology is, it's a freaking miracle, right? Like 20 years ago, I'd have been dead.